There is a light that shines special for you and God. Did you know his love, his love is like this? Hi, Sunnies. Welcome to Beaming Light. I am Danita. Beaming stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Welcome to my channel where I switch up song lyrics, connect them to Bible verses and my personal experiences. Y'all, my face feels so loud. It's been a little over a week, right? So let's get into the topic of this message. We're going to look at Acts chapter 26, verse 18. Turn to the light, because there is a light that shines special for you and God. So y'all, I have been sitting on this message for a little while, but last night, Sebastian wakes up really random. He always wakes up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the restroom. And it's disappointing, to say the least, every night. But so last night, it was a reminder that I need to put this message out. So the house was dark, and I had to kind of feel my way through the hallway to get back to the room. And it was just a reminder that sometimes you don't know where you're going because you're in the darkness. And what I mean by you're in the darkness is not that you're of the darkness. Now, some people are, but what I mean is you're in the darkness, you're just unsure. You don't know. Things are you know what you could do, right? And that's where I'm in, the stage of life I'm in right now. It's I know what I could do, but it just doesn't resonate with me anymore. And I'm just in a space where it's unknown. And it's okay to be in that space. And I want you to understand that even if you're in the dark, just take your time and feel your way through it. So you can get to the light. Y'all, I have been just really taking some time to just decompress. A lot of stuff has happened, and I really don't even like to tell people about the things that I've experienced, because when you're single, people don't believe that you have these kind of interactions with other people. They're come on now, that didn't happen. No, it did. So I try not to go too much into detail. I don't even tell my dad a lot of things, just because I'm it's so far-fetched, but it's real. It happens, and it's weird. And that's when I realized, I'm still feeling my way through some of the darkness. However, I understand that the light within shines bright. And that's really guiding me to get closer to God, to meditate, to connect more. And, just understanding what I need in each moment. Understanding that it's okay to take time out to decompress. Understanding that, you have to put God in yourself first. Being in a position where you're trapped in the state of people pleasing and trying to, prove yourself, prove your worth, your value, will keep you trapped in the darkness. So that's why it's okay to have the unknown factor in your life. The I don't know yet factor, the we'll have to wait and see factor, because there's so many things that are transpiring each day. The energy changes. Sometimes you may feel negative energy, but that's not who you are. So you just try to really reconnect and recalibrate with God. And that's a beautiful process, to understand that you need those moments, even in the dark. Y'all, some people don't want to take the time to feel their way through the darkness. They don't want to take the time to understand that sometimes that's your preparation. That's the ground where you are really rebuilding and rebranding yourself. You find healing. You find comfort if you keep God close. You really do. And what's beautiful about being in the dark is that at some point, you're getting to the light. At some point it's over. At some point that, this is not going to continue forever. It can't. Who has that so many people came against you. So many people wanted you to fail. They wanted you to fall flat on your face. They wanted you to just like really give up on everything. They really wanted you just to end your life. But you didn't. You trusted the process in the dark. You felt your way through it, or you're feeling your way through it. Y'all, this is crazy. Like, y'all know I like basketball. And so, like, I get the alerts for the Pelicans on my phone. And, like, Jordan Poole got traded to, like, it was just so random to me. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just moments like that where you're like, you just never know what's going to happen. You don't know. The Boondocks said it perfectly. Like, there are things we know, and there are things that we don't know that we need to know, or that, we should know. And there are things that are like the unknown unknowns, like the things that are out there that we don't know. And when I heard that the first time, I was like, wait, what? But understanding it from a different perspective and understanding, like, there are so many things in this world that just can't be explained. There are so many phenomena in this world that just cannot be explained. And there are so many things that we don't know that exist out there. We are so complacent in being in a space where we know what's happening, the comfortability, the routine of things, like just continue to go and go and go and just stay on loop. We're so content with that. But it's also okay to be content with what you don't know. The unknown unknowns. Where your life is headed. What's next? You saw this plan for your life. You planned your life out perfectly, didn't you? This is going to happen by the time I'm 25, this is going to happen. By the time I'm 30, this is going to happen. Like, you planned your life perfectly. And then what happened? It didn't go that way. God said, I got another plan. There's something else we're going to do. I know that's what you wanted, but I need you to get in this darkness for a while. I need you to feel your way through. I need you to heal. I need you to break free from generational curses, trauma. I need you to understand that you are worthy. You are valuable. You're precious. I need you to get it that no matter what happens in your life, I'm there for you. I'm always going to be there for you. No matter how dark it gets, the light is always at the end of the tunnel. It's just there waiting for you to continue to feel your way through it. So you can heal. So you can prosper. Feeling and healing really leads to your understanding your value and your worth. Understand that you are designed and made for bigger purposes and reasons. Understanding that where you are right now is not going to be your forever moment. It's your temporary circumstance, not your permanent situation. You have to really just figure out how you're going to get through it. How are you going to keep your peace of mind, your sanity? How are you going to hold on to that joy? How are you going to just continue to move forward without people getting you upset and riled up? Y'all could have got so upset yesterday, and I was just like, for what? Like, I've been having issues with my car, and I went to Pep Boys, and I was like, I went to Pep Boys Sunday. He was like, you got to come back when I have a specialist here. So he was like, I said, when? He said, tomorrow. So I go back Monday. Not only, okay, so like I'm used to having to pay a fee, like if they inspect it or whatever, but the fee goes towards like, it's applied to your bill so you don't have to worry about it. But it's just like, he was like, no, this is a separate cost. Like, this is kind of like, he tried to use the analogy of like a co-payment with the doctor, and it just, but regardless of that fact, it was like, why, I asked myself, why didn't you tell me this when I came here yesterday? He was like, because I didn't have a specialist yesterday. Regardless if you had a specialist or not, you should be aware of your prices. You're working a register. You should know this information. You should know that there's going to be an inspection fee. You should alert your customers of that so they can make an informed decision. So I left. Because it wasn't, to me, it was just like, it was out of the blue all of a sudden. He couldn't even give me a valid reason. He couldn't explain anything. I asked him to call the manager. He used his cell phone and he walked away. Now, I don't know about you, Sunnies, but to me, that's not a very professional way to handle a customer walking away on your cell phone. Usually you should call your manager from the office phone, right? It was just so many red flags in that moment, and that it was so unknown, right? It was like, what? It was like the unknown. Like, I get there, you tell me one thing one day, the next day I come and it's a whole completely different story. People can switch up on you in an instant, but are you staying consistent? Are you staying constant? Just like basketball, trades happen all the time, but are you staying constant? Are you staying consistent? Football, any sport. Are you being constant? Are you content in not knowing? Do you have peace and joy in not understanding what's happening tomorrow? We like to have a sense of false control. That situation, I could not control it. I just left. That's the only thing I could do. I felt like I was misinformed, like, you know, I kind of low-key felt like they were trying to take advantage of me just because, you know, when you're a woman, some people do that. So, what are you doing to continue to navigate your light through the darkness? And if you're out of the darkness, congratulations. You probably have noticed that even if you're on the brink of the light, that a lot of things have started to calm down in your life. People are not bothering you as much. People are starting to get the hint like you don't, those relationships are done. You have severed those relationships. And don't plan to move forward with them in your future. Let's look at Acts 26:18. Actually, I'm going to read 15:18. I asked, "Who are you, Lord?" And the Lord replied, "I am Jesus, the one you are persecuting. But get up and stand up on your feet. For I have appeared to you for this purpose, to appoint you as a servant and a witness of what you have seen and will see of me. I will rescue you from your people and from the Gentiles. I am sending you to them to open their eyes so that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and share among those who are sanctified by faith in me." Y'all, keyword faith. Keyword faith. Do you have faith in him? In your moments of darkness, are you holding on and steadfast to your faith? Prayer, faith, y'all. I'm telling you, it takes a lot to trust. What do you have to lose? I would rather have faith and trust God than to lose myself and my soul. Than to lose my joy and my peace. Material things will always be replaced. But can you replace your sanity, your love, your compassion, your kindness? Can you replace or change your character? People will switch up on you all the time, and let them do that. At Pep Boys, let them do that. That's cool. You did that. All right. But it's not going to change who I am. It's not going to change how I respond to you. I'm not going to get irate. I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to ask a few questions and then I'm going to move on. Don't be afraid to feel it through the dark, to get to the light. Don't be afraid to have faith. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance when you need it. Don't be afraid. Okay, and on that note, let's close out with a prayer. God, thank you so much for allowing me to be your messenger for this message. God, I ask that you just provide and bless Sunnies with anything and everything that they may need in this hour, in this moment. We ask that you continue to build up our character, our faith, protect our peace, our sanity, our love with you. God, we trust you in this process. We ask this prayers and our prayers in Jesus' name, amen. And that's Sunny D Vibes. Y'all being light in your community, spread love, light, and positivity. Pay for it. Pay for it. Pay forward and with a random act of kindness. Pray forward to a person. Sunny, I love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm humble for you. Thank you for being so patient during this process. It's a lot going on, but I am going to try my best to decompress and give you some positive messages, okay? All right, and until the next time.